From translation, RSV Revised Standard Version. This 274th day of the year. Today we are reading passages Malachi 1-4. Malachi chapter 1, verses 1-14. An oracle, the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, says the Lord, but you say, how have you loved us? Is not Esau Jacob's brother, says the Lord? Yet I have loved Jacob, but Esau I have hated. I have laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the jackals of the desert. While Edom says, we are shattered, but we will return and rebuild the ruins, the Lord of hosts says. They may build, but I will tear down, and they shall be called the wicked land, and the people with whom the Lord is not pleased forever. A son honors his father, and a servant his master. If then I am a father, where is my honor? And if I am a master, where is my fear? Says the Lord of hosts to you, O priests who despise my name. You say, how have we despised your name? By offering polluted food upon my altar. And you say, how have we polluted you? By saying that the Lord's table is contemptible. When you offer blind animals in sacrifice, is that not evil? And when you offer lame or sick animals, is that not evil? Present that to your governor. Will he not be angry with you? And if you bring it to me, I will not accept it, says the Lord of hosts. And now entreat the favor of God, that he may be gracious to us. With such an offering from your hand will he regard you, says the Lord of hosts. Oh, that there may be one who curses you, for you have cursed me, that one of you may take a census of you to find out how many of you are doing this. For from the rising of the sun to its setting, my name is great among the nations, and in every place incense is offered to my name, and a pure offering, for my name is great among the nations, says the Lord of hosts. But you profane it when you say, the table of the Lord is polluted, and its food is contemptible. And you say, what a weariness! You sniff at it disdainfully, says the Lord of hosts. I will not accept your sacrifices. From your hand I will not take a gift. For I will curse the nation that does not serve me, and its name will be forever accursed in the lips of Judah, says the Lord of hosts. Malachi chapter 2, verses 1-16. And now, O priests, this command is for you. If you will not listen, if you will not lay it to heart to give glory to my name, says the Lord of hosts, I will send the curse upon you, and I will curse your blessings. Indeed, I have already cursed them. I will rebuke your offspring and spread dung upon your faces, the dung of your festivals, and they shall be taken away with you. I will no longer make your descendants priests to my people. Your house shall no longer be a priestly house. I will bestow upon you disregard and contempt in the presence of all my people, because you do not keep my charge but turn aside in the way. My covenant with him was one of life and peace, and I gave them to him. It was a covenant of fear, and he feared me. He stood in awe of my name. True instruction was in his mouth, and no perversity was found in his lips. He walked with me in peace and uprightness, and he turned many from iniquity. For the lips of a priest should guard knowledge, and men should seek instruction from him, for he is the messenger of the Lord of hosts. But you have turned aside from the way, you have led many to stumble at the law, you have corrupted the covenant of Levi, says the Lord of hosts. And so I make you despised and abased before all the people, because you do not keep my ways but mix teaching with your own instructions. Have we not all one Father? Has not one God created us? Why then are we faithless to one another, profaning the covenant of our ancestors? Judah has been faithless, and abomination has been committed in Israel and in Jerusalem. For Judah has profaned the sanctuary of the Lord, which he loves, and has married the daughter of a foreign god. The Lord will cut off from the tents of Jacob any who offer sacrifice to the Lord of hosts. And this is a second thing you do. You cover the Lord's face with your tears, with weeping and groaning, because he no longer regards the offering, or accepts it with favor at your hand. And you ask, why does he not? Because the Lord was a witness between you and the wife of your youth, to whom you have been faithless, though she is your companion and your wife by covenant. Did he not create one, and why one? He sought a godly offspring. So guard your spirits, and do not be faithless to the wife of your youth. For I hate divorce, says the Lord God of Israel, and I hate the covering of one's robe with violence, says the Lord of hosts. Guard your spirits, and do not be faithless. Malachi chapter 3, verses 1-18. Behold, I send my messenger to prepare the way before me. And suddenly the Lord will come to his temple, the messenger of the covenant in whom you delight. Behold, he is coming, says the Lord of hosts. But who can endure the day of his coming, and who can stand when he appears? For he is like a refiner's fire and like fuller's soap. He will sit like a refiner and a purifier of silver, and he will purify the sons of Levi and refine them like gold and silver, until they present offerings in righteousness. Then the offering of Judah and Jerusalem will be pleasing to the Lord, as in the days of old, and as in former years. Then I will draw near to you for judgment. I will be swift to bear witness against the sorcerers, the adulterers, against those who swear falsely, against those who oppress the hired workers in their wages, the widows and the orphans, against those who thrust aside the resident alien, and do not fear me, says the Lord of hosts. For I, the Lord, do not change, therefore you, O children of Jacob, are not consumed. From the days of your ancestors you have turned aside from my statutes and have not kept them. Return to me, and I will return to you, says the Lord of hosts. But you say, how shall we return? Will man rob God? Yet you are robbing me. But you say, how are we robbing you? In tithes and contributions. You are cursing me with curses. You are robbing me, and so the whole nation has been robbing me. Bring the full tithes into the storehouse, that there may be food in my house. And thereby put me to the test, says the Lord of hosts, if I will not open the windows of heaven for you and pour down for you a blessing, until there is no more need. I will rebuke the devourer for you, and he shall not destroy the fruits of your soil, and your vine in the field shall not be barren, says the Lord of hosts. And all nations shall call you blessed, for you shall be a land of delight, says the Lord of hosts. Your words are hard against me, says the Lord. Yet you say, what have we spoken against you? You have said, it is vain to serve God. What is the profit of our keeping his charge or of walking in his ways? And now we call the proud blessed. Those who do wickedly are exalted, and they who test God escape. Then those who feared the Lord spoke with one another. The Lord paid attention and heard them, and a book of remembrance was written before him of those who feared the Lord and kept his covenant in their minds. They shall be mine, says the Lord of hosts, my special possession on the day when I make them my jewels, and I will spare them as a man spares his son who serves him. Then once more you shall see the difference between the righteous and the wicked, between those who serve God and those who do not serve him. Malachi chapter 4, verses 1-6. For behold, the day comes, burning like an oven, when all the proud and all who do wickedly will be stubble. The day that comes will burn them up, says the Lord of hosts. But who stand in awe of the Lord and obey the voice of his servant, then the Lord will be a light for them, and the servant will shine in his name. And you shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet on the day that I do this, says the Lord of hosts. Remember the law of my servant Moses, my statutes and ordinances that I commanded him at Horeb for all Israel. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the great and terrible day of the Lord comes. And he shall turn the hearts of fathers to their children, and the hearts of children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the land with a decree of utter destruction.